Hi, this is a tutorial for the self-guided onboarding of GEOforge, led by our new customer support agent, Vec. So when you first log in to a new brand profile for the first time, you'll be taken to this screen where we see our setup guide. So Vec is welcoming us. It says over the next 15 minutes, we'll get your brand fully configured and end with your very first piece of AI optimized content. So this is ambitious, but we hope to get the new users from the starting point all the way through to first draft of a piece of content grounded in a knowledge file within about 15 minutes. So there are 7 steps here: brand profile setup, competitor list, strategic goals, brand voice, knowledge base, content recommendations, and first draft. So it says, let's start with step 1, the brand profile. And that's the foundation that everything else builds on. So this is the name and the website and the one-liner. So for this example, we're using HubSpot. And I took HubSpot's meta description here for this description. And we're going to save that profile and move over to the next step. So now we are going to start filling in the brand profile. So Vec is now suggesting competitors: Salesforce, Zoho, ActiveCampaign, Pipedrive, and Keep. I think these are all pretty good. And here in the chat window, we can see that these are the ones that are suggested. We can have up to 10, so we can add more. But for now, I'm going to confirm and move on. Now the competitors are locked in. We're going to move to step 3, the strategic goals. And the strategic goals are extremely important because this shapes how the strategist agent is going to recommend content topics. So the first question, now we're going to start going through a short interview so Vec can produce the strategic goals document. So the first question says, core 3 topics: CRM automation for small and mid-sized businesses, sales pipeline visibility and forecasting, customer retention, and lifecycle management. Do these feel right? I will say yes. These feel right. I'll just say yes here. Now, the second question is about our primary buyer and the key belief that they need. So based on the positioning in the CRM and sales automation space, competing against Salesforce and Pipedrive, suggested primary buyer is a sales leader and operations manager at SMBs, 10 to 200 employees. And the key belief they need to choose HubSpot here is, I don't need an enterprise grade system that takes months to implement. I need something powerful enough to actually close deals, but lean enough that my team will use it from day one. And does this resonate? I'll say yes. I think they nailed it. So I'll continue on to question 3. Your single most important differentiator. This is the one thing that you want AI engines and buyers to associate with you above all else. So the suggestion here is that the differentiator for HubSpot is that it's the only CRM built specifically for SMB sales teams that deliver enterprise-level automation without enterprise-level complexity, up and running in days, not months. Does that land well? Would you sharpen it? I'll say yes, it lands well. Okay, differentiator is now confirmed. Vec has everything it needs to generate the strategic goals document. All right, we now have our strategic goals document drafted over in the right panel here, and it's confirmed by Vec. It includes the following here. We have our AI positioning narrative, our ideal customer profile definition, our content priorities, messaging pillars, AI search query targets, competitive angles, and guardrails. So let's briefly scroll through this document here. You can see these are all the sections here: positioning narrative, ideal customer profile, content priorities, messaging pillars and proof points, AI search query targets. So these are some recommended prompts that they want to show up for. How HubSpot outmaneuvers competitors. So this is going up specifically against these competitors. Risks and guardrails. So this looks pretty good. And of course I can edit this. I can make any changes that are needed. But for now, I'm going to confirm this. And this is extremely important because this is one of the major drivers to content topic recommendations by the strategist agent. So I will confirm this now. Next, we're going to move on to brand voice guidelines. And here we can either upload a brand voice guideline document if we have it, or we can go through another interview process with VEC in order to do this. So I did not have an uploaded document, and I allowed VEC to propose a brand voice based on its own crawling and understanding of the content from our website. So you can see here on the left that VEC is pulling together a suggested brand voice guidelines document based on a review of our website. And that's going to include who are we writing for, the tone, the point of view, rhythm, vocabulary, do nots, and sounds like. So over here on the left, we can review this tone of voice over here. And of course, we can add to it, make any changes necessary, and if we like it, we'll hit confirm. All right, we have now loaded one document into the knowledge base in step number 5, which was the HubSpot State of Marketing Report for 2026. That got ingested, and we are now moving straight into step number 6, content recommendations. So now in the side panel, VEC is going to use that knowledge base file that we uploaded, the State of Marketing 2026 report by HubSpot, to recommend 3 content ideas to get us started with content drafts. First is, how does HubSpot's Breeze ICP Assistant improve sales pipeline visibility compared to Salesforce? The second is about AEO, and the third is, it looks like some type of a case study, but let's generate drafts on all 3, or we'll select the first draft here. And now this is going to kick off VEC to produce the first draft that is grounded in that proprietary knowledge. And after about 1 minute, the first draft is ready here, as we can see. And this is itself not the draft, but we can click here to go to my content to review this draft. And we want to go to Content Forge Pipeline. And now we see that this draft here is ready. And we can review this draft and submit it for review, and later integrate with our CMS and publish it directly. So that's basically it. We have now, in under 10 minutes, roughly, we have gone through the entire onboarding process, set up the brand profile, strategic goals, competitors, brand voice guidelines. We've uploaded a knowledge file and used that as the basis of the content recommendations and to generate our first draft of a piece of content. So that should run pretty smoothly, and I hope it works for all of you as well.